Welcome back, everyone. We're on in the Giants editor on the Jules Peaceful Valley map for the Farming Simulator 19 game. And my name's Jewel, and I hope everybody's been enjoying these different tutorials and learning what you can about map making. And I have a bunch more videos on my channel if you haven't checked it out. This is my map. As you can see, I'm working on it. These roads aren't finished yet, that's why these white things are here. But you can see I got different lines on the different roads for different reasons. I didn't do a whole lot of dotted lines on these because I didn't have any that went real straight. So, but that's more for a straight shot. This one could have been on this part, but I would have had to make two roads to get that one because this one was curving. And you're not supposed to pass on a curve, so that's what the double yellow lines are. But anyway, we've been laying these power poles. If you've watched the last episodes, if you haven't, check them out and I can show you how to do that and stuff. But we're just moving along. We just put this one in, and we're going to move on to the next one. We need another one of these power poles. Excuse me, I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. There we go. So we're going to move on to this fourth one. In this case, we're going to be clicking on it because see, these highlight here, so we're wanting the fourth one. Want to keep it in order. But on these other ones, I have been duplicating them because if you saw in the last video, I moved all these into this and made this transform group for it to get it out of here so that I can duplicate the one I wanted and it'll keep them in order. As you can see, if you'll read it over here, it says 64-0, then it says 64-1, 64-2, and so on. But while these were there, these had the numbers as well, and all of the ones I would duplicate would go to the bottom of the list. Then I would have had to click on the bottom of the list, right click and keep clicking move up, then click on it again, move up, and it would keep moving it up till I got there, but that would take too long. So I put these in another transform group so I could go ahead and be in this one and just duplicate them. So you need to be at the last one when you're ready to start again and duplicate from there, and so on. And make sure you always move it when you duplicate so that you don't have it in the same one. Like the pole, if you click duplicate on this pole, it's going to be sitting in this same spot. You need to go ahead and move that one that you duplicated so it stays in order, that these don't get out of order. Because if you click off of it, then you click back on it, you might be clicking this one, then you move it over here, then when you in the list, you're going to have these out of order. They're not going to be in order anymore. So we need to do the transform, the one with the transformer on it. So we're going to click this one. I accidentally just clicked the light, so make sure you click the whole transform group. So now that's the third one, so we don't have any more there. We never duplicated many. So it's time to duplicate it. Well, actually, we don't duplicate. We're going to click on number 4, which is this one, and we're going to hit Control B and then click where we want it. Click it again to finalize it. So that brings it over. So in this case, we need to move it. Click on it again and move it down here a little bit because this one was our last one and we're alternating. So we got the transformer, a regular pole, transformer, and so on. So this is going to have to move because it's going to be coming behind this one. But we don't want to get these out of order. So now what I got to do is I'm going to move these down. Make sure you get the whole thing highlighted when you move it. I'm going to move it way down so that I don't keep having problems. Alright. Should be pretty good. Make sure the whole thing's highlighted. Move it down. Just getting it out of the way to make sure they stay in order. Move it down. And keep it behind the other one. Make sure you don't go past it Lift it up a little, make sure I see it, and then get this one, because we accidentally went past it a little bit. And now we're going to move this one over there. They may be a little too far, but I'm trying to make sure that I keep them where they can be seen and not be out of order. Alright, so this one's still going to be moved a little bit, because this one's going to be here, and then this one will be here, and so on. So we just move it out of the way. Alright, so now we're going to click this and bring it down. Now if you saw the last episode, you understand what that process, what this is. This is one of those road markers that I'm using to measure with. So we're just taking it. I'm going to click this and move it for a minute. Click on here. We're lowering it. Come on, it's not highlighting. Alright, lowering it down, moving it over. Gonna rotate this, lining it up, and not quite right there. So we're gonna lower it a little more just to make sure, yep, it's good enough. Alright, so now we're gonna back up and look. Does that distance look okay? It's from here to here, then here to here. I say it's decent. Oh, we don't want to move that one. I want to move this one. Make sure the whole thing's highlighted. I better move this one. Close it. Alright. I think that's good. So we're going to turn it. Make sure the light faces the road. See the little lamp right there? And you're going to try to make sure these are facing the right way. There we go. Then you're going to come over here and you're going to bring this till it touches this, because I've been making them all touch, so then they're all pretty much even. It makes the width of the from the poles to the road the same. So we gently move this, and now I'm going to lower this into the ground just barely. And now we're all set. So we'll just look at the pole again. It looks kinda facing the right way, slightly crooked, and we'll turn it just a hair. But essentially it's correct. And then this will just run right on into this one and this one and so on. And as you can see, there they are. So now we're going to roll on down. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I appreciate all the new subscribers and the ones that have been watching from the beginning or from thereafter. So appreciate everybody. Please continue to watch the videos, and if you can watch them through, I would sure appreciate it. I'm really trying to get my hours in. I need to get 4,000 watch hours, and I'm hoping to hit the 1,000 subscriber count. So if you can contribute to that, I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody. So now we're going to adjust this, and we need this pole. We're going to bring it over. We're going to slide it back. We're going to come in close where we can see. Get it to touch. And we do need to eyeball it and see if the distance is satisfactory. I think it's, let me see. It's about right. I think we need to move it a little further. Let me see. I don't know, that's pretty close. If we move it over, we won't go far. Probably to there. Not much further than that. Now we're just eyeballing that part on the measurement, but we're trying to keep this one more exact. So now we got to lift it up. So you got to get this part, lift it up. Wow, that's a long pole. And put it right in the ground. Now obviously I haven't finished this. You can see I gotta finish getting the ground situated around the edge of the road there. These white markers will come out later. I gotta wait till I finish before I can finalize it. Alright, so now we're needing another one of these, so we gotta click on it. First, look, we're gonna go ahead and do another transformer one. I think we're good on this one. Check that. It's kind of like that might not be. It's tilted slightly though too, it seems. I'll tilt it this way a little. If we have to, we can adjust them. But for now, we're going to click back on this one. Then we're going to close that one. Well, what's going on? Where's it at? Should be highlighted. Okay. That's weird. Why is it not highlighted? That's just weird. We're going to click off of it and click back and see what happens. See if it puts us back in the right spot. There we go. Okay. Going to go to this one. It's number 4. We're going to get it ready. Turn this way because we're going to stick it over here. Control B. Stick it over there. And click again. And we're good to go. Click this. Alrighty. Now we're going to move this. We're going to eyeball it. See if that distance is good. I think it should be moved over a little more. I think that's about right. Actually, I don't think it needs to go that far. Something like that. Okay, so now we're going to come in, click on this one, move it over, get where we can see, make sure it's up there. Looks good. And we're going to use that as a guide, and we're going to pull this over to it and go up where we can see and make sure we touch it. Alright, now we need to twist it. It's got the lamp on it. We need to turn it this way. Now we need to adjust it so we can try to make it line up right. I think that looks okay. It's kind of hard to tell, but we'll look at it this way. I think that looks good. Yeah. Now we need to lower it or make it go higher. Now there is an issue when you're changing your level on your gravel or whatever, the ground, so it's all gonna come uphill, see, but that's what we're gonna do. So if you look at it from here, you'll be like, oh, that one's too high, but you're supposed to be, because you're going up the hill, so you're still the same height as these others, but it looks higher. But if you come in on the road, it's gonna be right. See, you're just gonna be to the next one. But anyway, that one's good, so we're happy with it. Now I'm going to move this over. We're going to eyeball it again to where we think it should be approximately. Should be about right there. So we'll get this ready. Twist that, move it over a little, bring it down so we can check it. Move it over a little more. I think it's decent. Come this way a little just to level it out a little. Bring it this way a little. About right there. we should be good on this one. And then we'll get this other pole over here. Make sure we got the whole thing. And bring it over. So, bring it over. Alright. Put it up against here. We're gonna angle it like the other ones have been. This part's been right there. Come in a little closer so we can make sure. There we go. Touch this. Now we're gonna lift this up, then barely put it in the ground. And we should be alright. Kinda looks a little crooked still, so we're gonna tilt it just a little. Maybe right there. We'll have a look at it from this side. Looks good. And we're on to the next one. And you need to save every so often to not lose all your work. I'm sorry I didn't say that in the other videos, but that should be, if you've watched any of my tutorials, you should be used to doing that. So we're going to move on. Now we're going to click back on this one and then click the one right under this blue one here. So now we have that highlighted. We're going to turn our attention where we're going to put it. Control B, left click, then left click again, and it finalizes it. We're going to drag it out a little. Click back on the white one or the marker, drag it over, roll into position, move it over, go down, over, and pretty close. And then we got to adjust it just a little more. It ain't gotta be perfect, but I'm trying to get it kinda close. Pretty basic right there. And then we lift it up a little more just to see it. Click on the pole, make sure it's fully highlighted, drag it over, and push this over, let it touch it, lift it up, put it back in a little bit, then we gotta turn it this way, come over here, have a look, see if we got it straight. Pretty good. Perfect. About right there. And then we'll back off and see, does this distance look decent? I say it does. I think we're good. We're all set. Everything's in the right order. Off to the next pole. Gonna bring this on over. Bring it in. Not quite that far, something like that. Drag this over, approximately there. This is gonna be brought over a little bit. Alright, so now we're gonna click on here. And again, we gotta adjust it because the road is ever changing. Bring it down. Alright, let's turn this around a little bit. Drag it out. Something like that. And we're going to bring it down just a hair. That's good. You can lift this side up if you need to. Gets it level. I think that's decent. Alright, click on this. Bring it in. Have a look at it. Make sure you're touching but not going too far. Gonna bring that over a little bit. We gotta touch a little more there on this part. Right about there's good. Come up here, check this. Slightly pointing that way. So we'll turn it just a little more. Now we'll come over here and check. Not too bad. Then we'll come over here. And I don't know if I'm keeping that road right there. That was just a potential road. I'm definitely going to probably have some sort of something here. I just don't know about this part. Actually, I might need it. So I might need to move the pole further down, or I could move the road over. I could curve it and move it here. Something like that. Or make it even straight, whichever. If I decide to put it there. But let's back off and just double check the distance. Looks like it needs to move up just a little. So that's about right. So we're going to come on back down. And last but not least, double check this height. Bring it up. Ooh, it's definitely needed to come up. Wow, never ending pole. That's a long one. Okay. All set there. And we got a nice little set of poles, power poles. And we're good to go. Might move it over just a hair. Giving my road a little room. A potential road, that is. And we're pretty good there. I think I might call that an episode here. But on the next one, obviously, we'll start with this one again, and so on and so forth. But as you can see, this measuring helps get it pretty well the right distance. And then they all look fairly decent down the line. Back to there. So we got these, and it just goes right along. And they get higher. And then we'll work our way around here. And we'll potentially have some going this way, and so on. But anyway, I guess I'm going to call it an episode here. Appreciate everybody watching, and thank you for all the subscriptions and everybody subscribing and liking the videos. And if you can share the video, I appreciate it. But I'm going to catch you on the next one. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.